Day one of the ICC T20 World Cup didn't feel like an opening day. It felt like a reality check. We saw big teams wobble, underdogs push hard, and defining moments that told us more than a scorecard ever could. Today was about pressure, momentum swings, and which teams have a temperament for tournaments like this. Pakistan survived a major scare against the Netherlands. West Indies put together a complete performance, and the defending champions India had to fight from deep to get the job done against the USA. This wasn't routine. It was a reminder that in the T20 World Cup, any team can win on their day, and that mental strength is just as important as skill. Opening game, we saw Pakistan versus the Netherlands. This game set the tone. Put into bat first, the Dutch posted up 147. They showed real aggression early and never just rolled over, and they competed. Despite this though, Pakistan were able to take wickets and dry up the runs at crucial points. The Pakistan batting innings looked comfortable too. They were at 98 for 2, but suddenly found themselves collapsed, 114 for 7. This put their World Cup under real pressure, and it was tense. What really shifted it was a crucial dropped catch of Fahim Ashraf. Late in the game was a moment that swung momentum back in Pakistan's favor. It allowed Fahim to finish the game off, scoring 28 off 11 and crucial boundaries in the final over, seeing Pakistan home. Why does this matter? Pakistan is slated not to play their scheduled matchup on February 15th against India. Seemingly the decision being confirmed by the government to boycott this fixture. It puts intense pressure on this Pakistan team. Every single game matters. Lose one game and well, Super 8 hopes might just be going up in smoke. Match number 2, Scotland versus West Indies, was a lesson in consistency. West Indies posted a competitive 182 for 5, led by Shimron Hetmeyer's 64 off 36. Scotland, however, did not fold, found themselves 115 for 3. As a reminder that associate nations and so-called underdogs have players with experience and temperament. Their middle order knows how to build partnerships, and that's important in tournaments. But the match shifted once the West Indies bowlers found their rhythm. Romario Shepherd's 5-wicket haul, including a key hat-trick, snuffed out the chase and showed how a balanced team should execute under pressure. Final match of the day, and perhaps the most talked about, India versus the USA. India batted first and found themselves in trouble at 77 for 6, but Captain Surya comes to the rescue. He anchored the inning and finished 84 not out off 49 balls. The other side, USA didn't roll over either. A strong 58 run partnership for Krishnamurthy and Milan Kumar. It made this game competitive and reminded that so-called underdogs are no pushovers. India eventually won by 29 runs and looks routine, but considering India be believed to have peaked in that previous New Zealand series by blasting big totals and setting a clear tone before the tournament begun, this performance wasn't as dominant, however, and you feel like there's more fire waiting to surface. Day one told us that this T20 World Cup will be about pressure, experience, and who can handle the moments that define a tournament. Take Pakistan. They nearly saw their Super 8 dreams go up in smoke. Max O'Dowd takes that catch. Instead of dropping it, suddenly their campaign is teetering. That's T20 cricket. Tiny moments can reshape everything. Look at the so-called underdogs. Scotland and USA weren't just keeping score, weren't just there to make up the numbers. They kept pace at key stages. These teams often have experience in the middle order. They know how to build partnerships, and that matters when every game counts. Of course, stars, though, will always make a difference. Fahim Ashraf's late game heroics, Captain Surya for India. That's why match winners exist and why they are crucial. With Pakistan set to miss their marquee match against India, every game remaining for them is high stakes. There's no margin for error, and every point now carries enormous weight. Day one proved that this tournament will be tight, will be competitive, will be unpredictable, and perhaps defined less about how many runs you score, and more by how well you handle the pressure. So day one wasn't just about runs and results. It was about identity. Pressure exposed flaws. Underdog reminded us that they belong, and favorites showed flashes, not finishes. And it's only day one. Welcome to the ICC Men's T20 World Cup for 2026. Tournament that's already shaping up to be classic. Thanks for checking out the video today. If you enjoyed, make sure to please leave a like and subscribe. I will be posting regularly recaps of the World Cup and beyond, so be on the lookout for that. Make sure you drop me a comment on what you thought of the video, and I'll see you in the next one.